Hello everybody, it's Mark at the Little Supplement Company, come to give you some more amazing information. I hope you enjoy these blogs. If you don't, there's always the off button, remember. But they are quite informative. I've got some really cool new products got in the shop recently. Not really worked with them before, to be quite honest, but already some brilliant feedback. One of them's from me. I got this in from Viridian, brilliant organic repair 5 serum, which is a little concoction of mainly black seed oil, but it has flax, organic lavender, chamomile, a few other really cool oils in there. And talking to Fletch, my mate who works with Viridian, really knowledgeable guy, he was telling me about the topical uses of this particular serum. Now, I'm not a serum loaded shop, I haven't got loads of stuff, but what I was getting was on the tops of my hands, I was getting very dry skin, almost like psoriasis. So what I was doing is I was putting oil on just a natural organic moisturiser on, but what was happening by lunchtime, you could see when I'm serving people at the till the counter, they were just getting white and dried out again. It's a bit embarrassing. So when he was talking to me about this and the ingredients and the applications, I mean, they're brilliant anti-inflammatory, things for carpal tunnel syndrome can be used for, can be used for any dry skin, eczemas, psoriasis, dandruff, all these kind of vertigo, loads of different applications. So I ordered some in and I tried one as soon as it came out the box. What I did, first thing I put a couple of drops on this hand, rubbed it in, and a couple of drops on there, rubbed them in. Amazing. Buy normally the 14 quid organic moisturiser I was using, which was lasting about 3 hours. That lasted all day and the dry skin didn't come back. Applied it again on a night before bed on my hands, and I've been doing that ever since. Brilliant. Wow, on the first application. Now, I then had another gentleman who I've known on and off as a customer for 12 years, and his wife was telling me that he's got this sudden condition out of nowhere. Doesn't know why it's happened, but he hasn't actually shaved for 8 months because of this condition on his face. And he came into the shop and we were chatting, and I was telling his wife about my experience with this. But they also do black seed oil in a capsule and also a liquid. Now, he opted on my recommendation with the liquid and the actual topical serum. Now, he had this skin condition. No one knew exactly where it had come from, why it had happened. He hadn't really changed anything in his diet or washing powders, the usual questions. So he was then desperate. And he explained to me, he said, Mark, it is like putting my face in a bed of nettles and keeping it there 24/7. That's how bad it is. So I gave him this on a Thursday, and he came into my shop on the Saturday or the Monday, can't remember exactly, but about 4 or 5 days later, clean shaven, not a mark on his face, really good. And he's like, I was taking these two things together, that took twice a day, both, absolutely incredible. For me to see that was quite like, whoa. So he wanted me to, which I have done, passed on to Viridian, his story. He said he'd only regret was he wish he'd taken a photograph before and after, just so people could actually see the visual with a newspaper with a date on and stuff. So absolutely massive fan of that. So anyone who's got sort of skin conditions, dry skin, eczemas, psoriasis, any inflammatory conditions, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, brilliant. Capsules work actually even more widely. Capsules will actually also work on things like they inhibit arachidonic acid, which causes platelet aggregation, which causes blood pressure. It causes things like cholesterol, increases cholesterol. So this can lower cholesterol. It's anti-inflammatory, so fantastic with allergies. Hay fever this time of year is rife, which I'll have to try my wife with actually. Anything inflammatory, sports injuries, brilliant. Really exciting. I mean, there's also other things, your CBDs, your turmerics, all great, but wow, I'm excited about this. It's something I'm using for the first time. Amazing, don't get me wrong, amazing feedback with these, amazing. But This is interesting. So I've got a dodgy knee from being a world-class footballer, or like to think I was in the day. And let's just read a little ugly head as I was doing some weight training with a good friend of mine. It got a bit competitive, and I didn't realise I'm an old man now. So my knees are swollen. So I'm going to try this one for my knees. It's also good for cardiovascular system. Things like bronchial problems, anything inflammatory. If you think about anything inflammatory, it's also though antiviral, antifungal, antimicrobial, boosts the immune system. So you could use this for things like candida, systemic candida, IBS potentially. That and that together, beauty from within and beauty from outside. Woo! Even hair tonic. Now I think I'm beyond help there, but apparently very good and is used for many years for internally to help with people's hair and the condition of their hair, dandruff, things like that. So there's a couple of little messages on the Viridian organic black seed oil. Well worth a visit if you feel you have any of the conditions we've just talked about. Definitely want to consider. There are other things obviously, but massive straight away off the chart. Wow. And I can't wait to try this one. But from my good friend Steve, who was the guy with the nettle face, really impressive. So there's maybe a couple of little more bits of information and snippets that you may be able to help yourself with, or be in a nice position to have that knowledge to help someone else with at some point in the future. Thanks again for listening, and I will speak to you soon, no doubt. Take care. Bye-bye.